I would love a breakthrough. So, what concrete advice or step can I take to be fully on my yellow brick road? And what positive guide wants to work with me with this? I am currently focused on mediumship and healing, but have had trouble lately. Or what can I shift? Thank you for your advice.
Understand the power of unconditional love. The resonance of that energy is the gateway to whatever it is that you want to experience here in your reality. You can achieve the perception. You will be able to resonate and feel more of the power of unconditional love that already resonates throughout your form. And then the thoughts that resonate contradictory energy are the thoughts that merit a minimal level of examination. What beliefs do you have about your existence? What beliefs do you have about the experiences that have manifested in your reality thus far? Do you believe that you can wield the unlimited power of the universe and that it is at your disposal at all times, and that your existence in its magnificent, beautiful form is capable of experiencing whatever journey you choose to create with respect to the subject matter of mediumship? It is good already that you understand that you can have this communication with non-physical. There are many guides at your disposal that enjoy assisting you along your evolutionary path. You are already aware that guides and teachers come forth with others. You can have more direct communication with yours. There is not one guide, so to speak. You have several then. And so what you need to understand about non-physical is their vibration, the energy at which they resonate in their existence in non-physical form is different than the energy resonance that you as humans are currently experiencing. However, that being said, you have the capability of raising your vibration more often than not, which will allow them to, so to speak, meet you in the middle and have that communication. But what is your belief about non-physical? There are some that believe that there are evil forces. And of course, if you believe this is true, then it will be true in your reality. But the truth is, there is nothing evil about all that is. There is nothing negative, and there is no harm that can come to you. So the examination of what your beliefs are about yourself in relationship to non-physical, is what is going to determine the experiences that you can have here. Non-physical is loving. It is a force for good. It is always assistive. It wants to help. It wants to create. It is the energy of joy and freedom. It does not know fear. And so if you would like to connect with your guides, and there are more than one, indeed, you can connect to infinite intelligence at will whenever you wish. Indeed, all of you have this ability. It is the practice of raising your vibration, and each one of you can take a very unique and creative approach to the practice of raising your vibration. I will share a story with you. Unbeknownst to her, when she was experiencing several past life regressions, this is the time in her life when Michelle did not yet understand that they were indeed not past lives. They were actually other lives that were occurring simultaneously. But at the time, she thought it would be interesting to access information then in what she thought of as her past lives. And she had many. It became a recreational sport. But what she did not understand through the repetitive nature of that process, the consistency that her approach to achieving the connection to self, even though she did not understand at the time mechanically that the act of doing a past life regression on herself every week, she was creating a space through which, from a meditative standpoint, she would raise her vibration. Did she know she was raising her vibration? No, she did not. She thought she was relaxing at that time. Understand this, that when she journeyed into the realm of wanting to experience past life regressions, she had very little understanding of metaphysical information. She did not understand that the going into a meditative condition is what allowed her to connect with those portions of her inner self that was going to allow her to access the information in those other lives. Indeed, she was accessing her own Akashic records, but at the time she did not understand what even Akashic records was. And so the practice, the consistent, persistent practice is what allows you to raise your vibration by clearing thought, clearing your neuronal structure of all negative thought, and allowing yourself to commune, to harmonize with the oneness of you, and to then access at that point the information that is within you. Indeed, it was this repetition that she did for approximately 8 months that allowed her to receive the communication from all that is, which introduced me. For what was she asking for at that time? The repetition of her going into that meditative condition in order to go within and access and retrieve the information within herself is what allowed the communication to occur naturally between her and experience the oneness of herself, her what you call higher self, which is her soul, her oversoul, and all that is, which introduced me to answer her question. Remember, ask and it is given. And so she at that time had been experiencing conversations for at the end of each life that she experienced, she was very eager to transition, for your soul contains the memory of where it traveled, where you traveled after you left a body. And it began to happen that there were teachers there waiting for her. And initially it was a game that she would play. She thought she could ask the temporal questions, which she learned very early on that she could not ask when would be the next this or the next that, for she did not understand time in its authentic terms. And so the answers from her teachers and guides and loved ones in her soul circle were answers that she did not understand. It was using language that she didn't understand. And so for a month, she requested the clarity. But did she say clarity? No, she did not. She said, there must be a way to understand what it is that I am being told. In that way, she was asking for clarity. In the repetition of wanting clarity and in the paradigm of ask and it is given, I was introduced to her. She was able to, by the consistent, repetitious process of going within was able to, for lack of a better term, she created a door of communication between her and non physical. Each one of you has that ability, and each one of you can take whatever path you want, but it is the process of going within. It is why so many teachers advocate the time allotted during the day to meditate, to clear mind of thought, which is the process of going within, which allows you to access the information that is not only within you, but also to have the communications with non physical yourself. And so the question becomes, how often do you practice this going within process? The time set aside for you to harmonize from an energetic frequency with the totality of the essence of your being.